Hello. Hoping I'm past the ad. Going to be changing it up quite a bit today because I'm feeling this. Got a good feeling about it, you see. I'm going to try some chess Sudoku. We'll see how we go. See that this is actually outputting it properly. I didn't miss the ad. It started now. It is working. Good. Pox upon it. I think it's listening to me to make sure I'm actually watching or not. So, Cracking the Cryptic put this out a couple of years ago. And since I quite enjoy the variant, I am going to play through some of this for a bit. Yeah, probably only going to play this briefly before jumping over onto Thief or something. Long story short, it's Sudoku, except each piece also acts like a chess knight. So this too, I'll show you in the game. This too can see all of them through Sudoku, and it can see there, there, and there because it's a chess knight. So if it were a chess piece, it would jump like that. And I'll have this on because I'm lazy and can't bother tracing it out. So we've got 2 in one of these 2 spots. So that means one of these 2 spots. I'll only do this for a little while because I was just mad feeling it, but one of these 2 spots. Try again. I think it's just there. Yeah, so those 2 spots, and that one would rule there out. All I can say is those 2 ruled out. Yeah. Whichever it is, it's one of those 2. Okay. So not there, not going to be there. Doesn't narrow it down enough. Hey Daddy, how are we doing? Math not be needed. You just need to know some chess pieces. Although we can do maths if we need to. We got 71 of those 2 spots. And that actually places a 7. Pay attention to your marks, Yim. 71 of these 2 spaces. X-wing on 7, so that one's got to be 7 or that one. The reason I'm saying that is because these 4 squares have to contain 2 7s. Certainly something different. Because those 2 squares have to contain a 7, and these 2 squares have to contain a 7. There can't be a 7 in there as well, so it has to be here. Somewhere. Fair enough with them. Good morning to you too. Let's look at 4s. There's 2, 4. Well, that 4 helps place it. Dang it. Okay, 5. Can we do anything fancy with that? Not really. Do that. Which means we can do that. Is that correct? That could also be there. That's that. If any of you actually like Sudoku, by the way, I do recommend these apps. They're all actual puzzles, they're not made by computers, so very chill. And I also highly recommend Cracking the Cryptic on YouTube. Can't really do much with that. Okay. Well, it can't be there. Let's try pressing the right button. Okay. Wrong buttons. Wrong buttons all over the place. Delete. I forget what my clear button is. We'll use that one. It's E. So then W for that. Thank you. We got 9 in one of them. I'm pressing the wrong buttons, that's all. That's because we had 9 in one of these two spots. But I've found with a lot of computer generated puzzles, they just follow a pattern. And if you can work out what the pattern is, you can just pencil in all of the digits. So you might find you have a repeating pattern. I'll quickly turn this off in case I accidentally put in the correct digit. Hang on. Just quickly. You might find you have the pattern of... it can't be that. That's actually impossible. We'll go 159. Didn't work. You might find you have 159 in this row, and then you'll know it'll always have 159 in the same row. So you can say, well, it's going to be 159 in here or here, and I've got a 1 pencil mark here, so it has to be 159. And then this one means that has to be 159. So you can literally go through the computer puzzles and do that every time. And I hate that. It's a very valid technique, though, to go through and go, well, I know it has to be something from here. See that. So that means we got 5s in that config. Actually, I'm going to just click that so I can stop worrying about it. Alrighty. I don't see a unified digit anywhere. It has to be a 5 here, because I can't get to the bottom row otherwise. Okay. No, it doesn't really help us. There'll be something super simple I can do. One's in that block. Hang on. 2. So where's 3 going? Ah, not 4, 3. I don't see anything there, no. It's getting too many. What's a weak looking cell though? That one. So we go. Alright, so can't be 1, can't be 2, can't be 8, 7, 5, 9. So 3, 6, or a 4. What sort of restriction does a 3 place? Forces 3 into one of them. Not enough. I was kind of hoping they both see a soul that would mean something more. How about 6? 6 is a huge restriction, because that means it has to be a 6 there, because it sees that, that, and that. And this one sees them and that. It's 3, 4, or 6. Okay. How about this one? Can that be 1? No, that one sees it, so it's not 1. Could be 2. Could be 3. Can't be 4. Can't be 7. Can't be 9. Can't be 8. Can't be 6. Can't be 5. 2 or a 3. Place a huge restriction on here as well by forcing that to be a 3. Forces a 3 there. And then if it's 2, one of the only valid positions for a 2 in this box. Okay. It's good to know, I guess. Well, that's not very helpful because actually a 3 could be anywhere in here. Alright, I think this is why I didn't see it. There's something obvious I'm missing. There's a square somewhere that's going to be weak as all hell. If I can place a 6 or an 8. Okay. That 6 would be a huge restriction. Not as big, but still a restriction. Any more I can do with 7s? Why did I use a 7 mark there? That suits them. That could be a 7 there. Why did I remove that? When did I remove that? It's then paired off. Done again. Let me just mark out where 7 definitely can't go. So, I didn't mean to colour them, but it doesn't matter. And then because of these two, it's definitely in the middle there. They're definitely pairing off, and we just stuck there, yeah. Bit of a deadly pattern right now. I need more information. Okay, let's go 4. 4 here forces that to be a 4, and that's fine. That 4. What's the knock-on effect? Well, if that's a 4, that's a 4, that's a 4. We also get that is a 4, that is a 4. That would be all. Yes. That's a 4. Not enough data. That's a 4. That's a 4. That's a 4. I'm just going to peter out there. Okay. Leaving you with that as deadly pattern. I just need to find the weakest possible square. They just see those two, which doesn't help me. Can I lock one to anywhere? So we rule that one out at least. Because then regardless of whichever way around it is, the one that's seen. If that's a 1, that's a 1. No. I mean, we know this one, these three are ruled out every time. All I know, and I must choose to live for all that I can give. A spark that makes the power grow, and I will step up the tree where I can. So I praise you to my you. You were my only. I will follow one I should hit. I won't let my heart control my head. That'd be nice. If that's a 2, I can place another 2, you see. Doesn't achieve much, but at least it's progress. I remember why I gave up on this. That can't be a 2, Yim. So that can't be a 2, Yim. 2 can't be here or here. Can't be there, can't be. It's friggin' naked single. I think that's. No, it's not even. It's just those 2 actually showed it up. Moron. No wonder I suck at this game. That 2. C's there as well, so we've got that. King of Hearts, the joke is well. We don't say goodbye. We don't say goodbye. Okay. That doesn't see him at any point. That would have been nice. Does that do anything fun pressure-wise? What are the options here? These 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 5, and 9. So that's a 1 or a 3. Okay. This one sees 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, meaning it's also 1 or 3. So then to get... So that has to be a 5-9 pair. That's helpful, because that means that has to be a 3. Look at how I did that. Oh man. Have I still got it? So then to finish the box, we need 2 and 8 in some order. We don't say goodbye. That'd be nice. Why can't I get something helpful like a 1 there? But we have got that column marked out now. Can we do anything in one of the rows? Not really enough to go on. Can this be anything else? Could be 1, can't be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. It's a 1. It has to be a 1 because there's nothing else it can be, which means that's a 1. That unravels that one. That means we've got that shape. So then that is from, can't be 1, 2, could be 3. That's it, that is a 3. Right. Progress. So to finish the row, we need 4, 6, 7, and 8. And of that, what can we say with certainty? That can't be a 4. That can't be a 7. That can't be a 7 for purposes of that working. That can't be a 4 because there's already one in the box. Found the button in the end, and also because that saw it. I could just take another digit out on either side. So the rest of this box needs, well, can't be a 9 on this side, but it needs 8s, 6s, 8s, 5s, and 9s. So this is locked. It's got 5, 8, 6 and 8, 6 and 8, 6, 8, 6, 8. Can't be both 6 and 8, or surely not. No, you could if you do 4, 7. Likewise, if you've got a 7 here, you're fine. Okay. See that square. Okay. They shouldn't see any common outside of the box, yeah. Nope, not enough oomph. Those 8s don't see it, nope. Where else have we got 8s looking? Don't really have enough to go on there. What's the next one then? How weak is that? Not especially. Those two don't see far enough. 5 and 9 in the middle. Oh, that's actually good. Surely. Yeah, there's definitely a 9 in here, Yimmy. Learn to pick up your visual scanning. That has to be a 9, yeah? Yeah. So, what does that mean? Not much. But, how else we get that one? 6, 8. So what's missing in this box then? 3. We need a 3. 6, which is pretty much unrestricted. 7's in 2 places. 8's pretty much unrestricted. 9's in 1 of 3 places. 6 can't go there, so it's in that box. 8. Not really restricted. Can't go there, so it's also in that box. Most unhelpful. Okay. So it is a 3 or a 9 apparently. That can't be a 3. And there has to be a 7 in one of those 2 spots. That can't be 3 in there. That can't be a 3. 3's in one of these 2 spots. 3's definitely along here. Can't go there. Okay. 5. Oh. Does that mean that has to be a 5? No, I've still got that one. I've missed that one again. Those 2 rule out there. These 2 rule out there and there. Wrong button. Blinded by the light, revved up like a douche, another runner in the night. Blinded by the light, revved up like a deuce, another runner in the night. Blinded by the light, revved up like a deuce, another runner in the night. My man dramas bomb as if you did the summer with a teenage diplomat. Says the adolescent pumps his way into his hat. I am a little out of practice with this too, so you'll have to bear with me while I get back into it. Okay. 3 is definitely one of those 2 spots alone. 7 is definitely one of those 2 spots. That 7 sees that, that one sees them. Those 2 then look down to these 2, forcing that into here, where it looks across to these 2. And that's where the trail runs cold. 8, on the other hand, could conceivably get in the top still. I'm ruling it out for now because it's too many digits. That's why I haven't put 6 and 8 up here, it's just too many, it doesn't help me at all. 5's there. That square, that one means that one. Those 2 mean that it can't be here. 1's in 1 or 2 positions here. And asked me if I needed a ride, which means it has to go there. Good, that places that one. Which means that has to be 5 here. Because it's the only way to get it into that middle column. Exciting times. Okay. Okay. Wrong button. Has to be a 1, it's the only way to get it at the top. Okay. It's very exciting, very thrilling. Finally found a tender spot, he put his lover in the sand. Spud shot, forget me not, said daddy's within earshot, with the buckshot, turn up the band. Some silicone sister with the manager, mister, told me I got what it takes. I said turn you on, Sonny, into something strong. It's also looking at 3 in there. That's right, that is. Yes. However, that 5 means we've got that, which doesn't see anything common, but it is good to know. Okay, didn't help. Oh, there has to be a 5, doesn't it? Surely. No, because that would work far too easily. That's probably what you'll end up with, is those two being 5s or something fun. Can that work? Those two, place that 5. Placing that 5. I want this to break. Then you're left with that X-Wing again. Well, deadly pattern at that point. Okay. What about... that is a 5. That is a 5. That doesn't work. That can't be 5. And we need to get 5 into this column, so it has to be there. Into that row, sorry. Cool. We ended up here anyway. Look how fun that was. I hope you can see how I did that. I wish I could explain how I did that. 6 and 8 still to place. Oh, that has to be a 9. I can fill that one in. It's smaller than I can say. Is that definitely the only place for a 9 there? Because 9 could be there. There, you rule out that, yes. Oh, love me. You're also seeing them, yes. Making that 9, that 3. It's starting to unravel. And let's see. 9's in here. Anything more I can do with it to narrow that down? Don't think so. Okay, let's look at the 3's. When she walked away, probably say. Oh, it has to be a 3 there. Let's try a 3. Hang on. Just to put everything back to normal. Or how it was, rather. So that's a 3, that's a 1. That column's done. Good. Still holding on quite well. Wrong button. Oops, don't do Control Z. There. 3, making that one 5 because it's the only spot left. That has to be 5, it has to be 2. What's the last 2's? There, there. X-Wing left. Definitely a 2 in there. 4, 6. Can that be a 4? Bug it. Well, that's the only spot for a 4, is it? Yes. 4. And that's less helpful than I hoped. What's missing from this row? We need a 1 in it. What else we need? 6 and 8. In fact, we've got eights like that. How's 6 going into there? Are they doing anything fun? Yes, actually they are. They're forcing 6 up here. Sure. Well, provided I can definitely put a 4 there. Okay, so what's missing from here apart from 6? 1, 2, 3, we need 4, 6, 8. And we just took 4 out of the bottom row, so that's a... Well, I just need to put 6 into them all. Actually, that has to be an 8 then, because there's no other way to get 8 into that column. Try pressing the right button, that did help. That has to be a 9. I should try reading my pencil marks. 4 and 6. Ooh, 4 there could be interesting. So that means 6, 6. Okay, 8. X-Wing, X-Wing makes that an 8. Makes that a 7. Makes that a 7. And nothing ruled out there yet. Okay. Still holding, but close. That is 5, 6, which we might be able to do. I don't know. Not yet. But there is a 6 in there. Definitely a 7 in one of them. Nothing more I can do with that. So what's missing in this box? 5, 8 and 6. Yes. There has to be a 6. That's good. Question mark. Not helpful, just good. There's a 6 up here. I guess... I don't know what I'm not missing. What I'm not seeing. That's a 6, 8, is it? Is that all that's left in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Which means this is in fact a 4, 7 there. Is that right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This needs to get 6 and 8, that's all that's left. So that has to be 6 or 8, which means this has to be 4, 7, and it has to go this way around. 4, 7, making this a 6, 8. And I haven't disambiguated yet, have I? I might have. No. That 4 places 4. 4, 6. Hasn't broken yet. That's the wrong button. Just does not delete pencil marks. Alright, that's all the 4s. So 1s and 4s are done. 2s. Anything more? Not yet. How not yet? What's missing in here? We need a 3 somewhere. Can't be the... Try again. Can't be there. Can't be there. Placing a 3 here. Actually, again, do it that way in case I've deleted something. No, that's the last 3 anyway. Okay, 5. Still nothing. 9 in this box. Can it really only go in one spot? That 9 rolls out of there. Those 2, yes. Okay, is that really it? So that's an 8. That's a 6. 6, 6. 6, 6. They're all 6s. If I've read that right. Yes, 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 yes. That's all the 6s, is it? No, I'm missing 1. This one. That's a 2. That's a 2. That's an 8. And that is all. Why should I feel the way I do? It's only love that it's so hard. Yay! I can do better. Note. Much better. Alright, we'll give this one a bell. Alrighty, 1. Very bright, Right. Okay, 2. Can't be there. I missed that one. See if we can do anything with them later on. It does mean that, I guess. Not the most helpful thing in the world, but it is there. 3. Yeah. Rules out there, rules out there. Doesn't really do much beyond that. I just got to drop the volume on the laptop a little bit. Four. Don't think there's a lot I can do with them. Ruled out of them. Yeah, so it's 1 of 3. No, it's not. It's 1 of 2. Which means there's ruled out, there's ruled out, there's ruled out. Places of 4 actually. Okay, those two will carry up and give us that. Yes. Oh. Not there. Okay, and we end up with that pattern again. Yay. 5. Got 2. Too many really to mark out. 6. Nope. 7. Okay, that one. And yes. Yeah. Yeah, they're not going to see it, right? Okay. It's in 1, 2 spots here too, which means loses that T shape, 1 of 3 positions. Means it's 1 of 4 positions in here, which is more than I'd like to mark, but might be worth noting. 8. 9. 1. Has to go here. I assume that will just be the opposite to 1. Or is it 7, sorry. No, it looks more like 1. You rule out there, you rule out there, you're ruling out here anyway. Sorry, let's see what I've actually got. Diddly-dee, diddly-dee, diddly-dee. Okay. See. Okay, that's good though, because that means these two are 9s. Because there's a 9 in here, across these two. And it was a 9 across these two. And because of that 9 seen there, has to be a 9 here. which meant that had to be a 9. Right. Okay. What does that mean? Running it around, seeing what else we can come up with. Bit of a restriction on this cell, but 6 unrestricts everything. And we're also missing a 5, but it can't be 5. Actually, 5's locked to... 5's actually locked to those 2 positions in that column. In that row, rather. And it can't be in that spot. It has to be a 5 or I can't get it into that row. Does that actually mean... No, because they could be 6s, couldn't they? Pocket. What does that mean, though? 5 like that. Yeah, don't see it. Damn. 5 here would be nice. How about them? Firing up here, giving us that. Why did I claim that? Thought I had another 5 I could use. I was looking at that thing. 5, couple with you. Couple with you. That's just another T shape because it's 3 positions. Okay. Which also I ain't going to see anything except that square, which isn't much use, is it? 3 positions again. All seeing that. That's not much help. Okay. So 5 can't be in these spots. And we've still got that. Okay. Let's go back over to 6s quickly, see if we can do anything fun. No. Well, what have we got in here then? 1, 6, and 8. That can't be an 8. I pressed 2, not 1. Oh. No they're not. Best viewers are lurking here, champ. They all want to watch Sudoku. They're gripped by it. Hmm. What about 8? Anything fancy I can do with 8 then? When do I cry? This breaking heart just hurts me more when we're apart. There are 2 of us with a secret love. Wait, pretty baby, why you taking so long? A little love is not just pain. believe. Lonely night. 7 there means it's here. 7 here means it's there, so that is a 7. And that puts huge restriction up here. We need 1, 2, we need 3. Don't need 4, sorry. Do we need 5? Yes. 6. Don't need 7. Do need 8. Alright, 5 can't go here. Already ascertained that. Can it go there? No. Because there has to be a 5 in that spot. Anywhere you want me, I'll be standing by. I don't wanna lose the one I hunger for. Naked eye. There's your 5. It's quite the knock-on because that's placing that 5 as well. That can't be a 5. That is a 5. No, I got lucky, but I can't do that. I need to prove it. I missed that one again. I keep missing the offset ones. That's a 5. Okay. Back on track. 3, 6, and 8 to go. It can't be a 3 in here. So it's not a 3, it's a 6 or an 8, which may not seem like much of an observation, but it makes me feel like I'm achieving something. Goes off like that, and then there's a 3 definitely in here, and I can't decide where yet, can I? No. Can I decide on the 6 or the 8? No, also. That 8. So what else is here? 6 or an 8, surely. Is there any reason that couldn't be a 3 though? Yes, because I couldn't get a 3 in this box if it were. Okay. What else is needed in this box? Is it just them? Whoops. 3, 5, 6, 8. 3, 5, 6, 8. But 3's rule out there. Don't work on that bottom box. That one doesn't help. They don't work on it, do they? Not helpfully. 3. Do that, which isn't very helpful, but it is notable. A lot of things are notable. Where's 2 going in here? Into those 2 positions. Okay. Oh, actually that is useful. That means that, which means that. Yeah. So then that's those guys there, right? There's 2. Alright. 1, 6, 8. Now I am so poor, never in my sweet shoreline have I did before. Hang on, there'd be a 1 in this box. That can't be a 1, which it couldn't be anyway. An 8 pair here. Here, where else can 1 go in that box is the question. Problem is it's still got that shape it can use. Oh, anything more we can do with that info? Well, there has to be a 7 in there, doesn't there? Yeah. Which means that has to be a 7. Is this why we do pencil marks, is it? I thought that was just for show. It's actually so I can refer to them. Okay. So, that being the case, what else are we missing here? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can 6 go there? No. Yes. Maybe? Yes. But that's 2 and 3 there. 6, 8. That's a 6. That's a 6. There's a 6 in here. That's an 8. That's an 8. It's 8 in here. And yet 6, 6, 6. Let it all over the stage. What do we need? 1, 3, 6, and 8. Yeah, 1 can only go in those 2 spots. 3, 6, and 8 are just completely free to do what they want, aren't they? Yeah. Surely. I know. Shining rock and roll, but I like it. There's either a 1 or an 8 there, though. What's the next weakest box? Or cell, or digit? What am I missing for this? 368, hang on. It's irritating me. I should be able to rule another one out at least. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's a 6, 8. Yeah, that's fine. Where's the 9 that's missing? Those 2. Can't believe I'm stuck on this. It should be pretty easy. Not right in level of easy, but easy enough. Two there. Oh, hang on. How does that work? Can't be there, can never be them in that case. Can it ever be them with these? Yes. Now I gotta do some tracing out here. Two's definitely out of them, they're there. Okay. 2, 1, 2. Okay, so good. Just that pattern is problematic to say the least. If I could just rule out 1, 2 somewhere. Ones. No. That one means we got that shape. See if we need to pencil in again. That 4 is the reason it can't go there. Dupe, dupe, dupe. You go straight up, you're turning there. You're going straight up though. 1, 2, and you're cutting off that lot. Well, no, that's way too far up. What am I doing that one for? Ignore that one. That one's still good. 4 there, 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 4 there. I got a name. I feel so slow with this. That's because it's taking forever, but what else is needle in here then? 1, 3, 4. 4 can't go there. That's those 2 4's the only option. 5's in there. 6, 8. Now, can't be a 6. Can't be an 8. That'll be pretty powerful. It can't be a 6 there. Has to be a 6. Which makes that an 8. That a 6. And if it's not a 6 here, and it's not a 6 there, that doesn't work. So there can't be a 6 in here. Means there has to be that 6 in there. Okay. Alternatively, it means there can't be a 6 here. No, there has to be a 6 here. Yes, there has to be a 6 here. Which means not a 6. That makes this an 8. Fingers crossed. That reasoning held up. That makes this a 6. This an 8. This a 6. Definitely a 6 up here. You got a 5, 8 in there, which we can't disambiguate yet. But we made progress. Progress is good. I like progress. And that rules 3 out of here as well. Good. 3's in 1 of 3 positions there. Good. Keep focusing. Can we do better? 4. No. 1. Yeah, we can take 1 out of that spot. Narrows it down further. I know I could share it if you want me to. Going my way, I'll go with you. It does get a little bit of a restriction going there, but why am I saying not 8 there? Because I just didn't have enough information before. Moving ahead so life won't pass me by. And then these guys mean it's never there. Rules them out. That rules that out. 8 like that so far. Yeah. Okay. Not the most helpful thing. That's good to note. How about 5? Coming. That rules out there. Wait a second. 3 can't get to this end, so it can't be a 3 there, can it? So that is a 3. And we've got a 3 somewhere in here. Not a 4, a 3. Okay, does it have to be a 6? It can't be a 1. Can't be an 8. And it can't be a 4, so it has to be a 6. Try pressing the right button. Works better when you hit the right button, okay. It's a 4-8 pair without a 4 being option here, so that's 4, that's 8. That has to be the 8. That gives me a 1. Oh, I like it. It's all coming together. That's a 1, that's a 1. Okay. So we've still got that. It keeps teasing me. Sorry, having laptop problems. Just glancing over and seeing that it's no longer displaying what's going on. It's just displaying an error. Anyway, while that refreshes. Ooh. 2. So what's missing here? We've got 2, we need 1, we need 3, we need 4, 5, 6, we need 7, we need 8. 2, 3, 6, 8. Now then, let's see. Well, it can't be a 4 in there. That's nice, isn't it? 6 can't go here or here. 8 can only go in the one spot. 8. Found it. That made you a 3. No, it didn't. What did I get wrong? I accidentally deleted a 2, did I? No, a 6. That's what I got wrong. There's still 6 at the bottom. Oh, well that's big. Now, 2, 3. That can't be a 3. 6. 2, 3 pair at the bottom. Which means this is taken from 6 and 8, and we know which way around they go. Alright, that is taken from 3 and 8. We know which way around they go. 3, 8, 6, 3, 5, 8. So far so good, and we're done with 8s. Cool. That's one less button I have to push. Sorry, I just click and refresh on the laptop on all the tabs that are open. 3's in one of these 2 positions, and that one rules it out from the bottom. Which places 3 there, places 9 here. Assuming my pencil marks are accurate still, and I hope they are. That places 3, that places 2, that places 3, that places 2. Okay, what about 7? That's a 7, that's a 2, that's a 3. 1 is 7. Okay, we got 4 and 9, 1 and 2. Let's say these are accurate. That's apparently a 7, making this one a 4. Where's 2 going? Don't know yet. That's a 1 to what? Can't be a 2. There's a 1 6 in there apparently. Has to go this way around. 7 2 1. There we go. Well, slightly quicker than not at all. Alrighty. Restart. 1. Can't go there, can't go there, can't go here. Can't go here, can't go here. Try again. Can't go there. My gordium. Straight lines, mate. Well, that doesn't matter, it's in the same box. Ignoring that one, which it can be in. 2 there. That works. Although, yeah, 1 in that. And they rule out that. Those 2 plus U gives a 4-way. I'll only do that in case it's useful. It was unnecessary because of that and that, making that 1. 2. The boy, could he play guitar? In love with his ego. Ziggy sucked up into his mind. Galapa Messiah. Okay, so it puts it into there. Okay, not the most helpful thing in the world, but it's not completely useless. Okay, let's have a look at 4s, I guess. Let's have a look at 5s, I guess. Okay, there, there, there. There or there, so that's 1 or 2 positions. That means it's 1 of those positions. Okay, and then you got that shape again. Okay, you rule out there, you rule out there, that places here. 6. That's there. Looks like that, not very helpful. But that could be. Can never be in there either. So it's never there. It's actually much more restricted now. Yes, I will do that. Okay, hopefully I've gotten that right. 7s. Try again. 7, 7, 7, making that a 3. I don't know, I might have deleted something, I wasn't paying that much attention. 7, 7. Thought it was. Alright. 8. Rolling out there. Yeah, not enough. Well, we know there's an 8 up here. Not immensely helpful, but nice to know. Okay, so 8's actually not, because it's got to be one of them. You've done that. Yeah, not enough. 1-8 from the look of it. So 9s, I guess. 9. Okay, that needs 4-9. At a guess. But, you know, it's a pretty fair guess, let's be honest. 1, 2, can't be in there. So we've got 4, 5, 8 we've already isolated, and 6, 9 are the others. Okay, that's all good. But there could easily be a 9 up here. So let's not put that in. Well, it can't be in that spot. It can't be there. Actually, that can't be a 9 at all. Those can be. That can't. That's helpful. Not in a placing a 9 kind of way, but in a ruling 9s out kind of way. Although that's very helpful. I can put a 9 in apparently. Nine's looking like that. That leaves you with those 3 spots. That son of a gun from anything. If you please. Cool. That places yet another. Nine there doesn't help. Could be 9s up here. Okay. What about this box? Only those 2 spots, yes. They don't do anything fancy other than that box. No. Alrighty. Hello. I guess I can do this now. Not immensely helpful, but nor is it completely worthless. 3s again. Have we done with them yet? No. Has to be a 3 in one of these 2 positions. Can't be a 3 in the bottom, so it has to be a 3 there. Because otherwise I couldn't get it into this column, and that means that this one has to be a 4. And there we go, an actual 4. Could be a 4 in either of those 2 spots. Actually, probably couldn't. Because it can't be a 5 there because of those 2. I suspect that will be a 4. 4 in one of 3 positions there, that's helpful. Question mark, except that's more helpful. Because that means that's not a 4. Okay. On the riverside. And what's that do for us? Not much more. It's always nice when you get a definite 4 though. They rule out all of them, meaning we've definitely got a 4 like that. And because of this X-wing, that can't be a 4 surely. Because 4 here places 4 here, but rules that out. 4 here places 4 here and rules that out, so that's not a 4. So those are your two 4s. Or 1 8. I can just put 1 8 into there and it'll be correct. That's a maths joke. Oh, hang on. Is that correct as far as inferences go? Not actually, because 4 could be anywhere up there. 9. Not helpful. 6. What are we doing with 6? Staring at it. Very helpful. Why can't there be something helpful in this? Believe I'm shaking down. What about 7 again? Nothing more. 1 again. Back to 1. 2. 3. 4. 5, 6, 7. What about 8? Anything we can do more with that? Not a clue. I haven't really looked. My god, you piece of crap. Sorry. Laptop spazzing out. I just got a message, man. Right, sorry about that. I was trying to lurk a mate's stream and the thing spazzed out and made me knock to collab, which was not what I wanted to do. Alright, so back on track. I was looking for a 9. How can I place a 9? That'll be actually what's in this column. Let's do that instead. We've got 1, we need 2, we need 3, we need 4. Okay. 3 can't go there, 2 can't go there, that's a 4. Oops, it's the wrong button. Let's try that again. Can't be 2, can't be 3, has to be 4. Right, that gives us 2, 3 on either end. How helpful. Can I get any closer? Yes, I can take that one out. Because it has to be a 2. Keep pushing the wrong buttons, people. There have to be 9 here. Can that be a 4? That's the real question. And I don't see why not. Two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Right. Can't be a two. Yep, two. That's not helpful. We've actually expanded on what we've got. We'll take that out. Doesn't help me at all. Alrighty. What are we doing for 4 in that column? If we worked anything out with that, well, I know it can't be at the bottom. In fact, okay. Can't be there. So 4's actually in that spot as it is. What would be nice would be definitely having a 4 there. Certainly it'll be more helpful than having it there. What about 6? Can we do anything fun with that, like get rid of some? Well, it can't be a 6 there. 2. I want 2 positions for that. This trip I tried so hard to rearrange your mind. Let's do that anyway. 8 again. Can I please have something I'm missing? What else is going here then? Well, now, let's see. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1 and 2 are left to check, and it can't be a 1 because then I can't place 1 there apparently. Is that correct? How do I do that? Given, 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 given. That one, and that one. I've had that the whole time, haven't I? No. Because I had those two. Right. Okay. That one means that's a 1, means that's an 8, means that's a 2. That's a 2. Okay, that was sudden. 2. That is a 4 and does something. Looks like a what? 8, 4, 8. What else can go in there? 2, 4. We need 1, 2, and yeah, 2, 4, 8. 2 can't go there. 8 can't go in here. That has to be an 8. That has to be a 4, surely. 2. Okay, that was quick. Remember jangles and he danced for you. What am I missing? Worn out shoes, baggy shirt and baggy pants. Those shoes. Jump so high, jump so high. Yeah, that's a 4. That one, yeah, 4. That is a 9. That's helpful, because that places that 4 that I no longer need there. That apparently has to be a 6, is that correct? 6 can't go on the top row and it can't go the next one down, yes. Okay. It's 1 and what? 2, 3, 4, it's 1 and 5. Okay, 5s. Okay. Yep. Mr. Bojangles. 1, 2 rules out there, so that's been given the entire time, you moron. Is that definitely an 8? It can't go up there, yes, so that has to be 8, that has to be 9, that has to be 9, that has to be 8, that has to be 8. Oh, we're done with the 4s, I hadn't even noticed. Can that be anything else? Let's see. Can't be 2, can't be 3, can't be 4, can't be 5, can't be 6, can't be 7, can't be 8 or 9. It is in fact a 1. That has to be a 7 then. Thank you. That's a 7, that's a 6. Done with 6s and 7s. This is a 3, 8. Well, how are we looking with the 8? Pocket. Apparently that has to be a 2. 2 can't go there. Well, there, yes. 2, 8 in this box. I know where it can go, and that's these 2, but I was hoping for something less helpful. 5 doesn't help. What about, well, that has to be a 1, that has to be a 5, that has to be a 5, that has to be an 8, that has to be a 9 apparently, that makes this a 3, that has to be a 3, that has to be an 8. A little bit quicker, a little bit quicker. Oh wow, going for an hour and a half already. I've only done 3 frigging puzzles. Let's give this one a bell. I haven't seen it yet. 1s. Okay, we've got a 1 in here. Alright. 1 rules out there. That has to be a 1. No, dragged it. Don't drag it. Don't want to drag it. Okay, 1, 1, 1. It's that. That one. Not enough. 2. You see that one giving us that shape. You see that. Okay. 2. Not too bad, not too bad, not too shabby. Made some progress pretty quickly. 3. That's working heavily on this box. 3. Not very restrictive really. That's more helpful. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, 4. Quickly, quickly, come on you. Stop over dragging it, do that. Back to this one just in case. Nope. Yes. 5. Really restricted enough. That's pretty restricted though. 6. That gives us that shape. That's all we've got to go on. What about that? No. 6 into this box. Done it. 7. That's 7. That one. And that one. Give us a 7. Press the wrong button. It's a 7. Right. Gives us that box. Pretty much unrestricted again. No, it's just those two. Actually, it's heavily restricted. I wanted that as an S. Thank you. Assume S for Schneider. 8. Okay, it doesn't help us enough. Those two, plonking it into a 4 by doesn't help us. These guys, that doesn't point out, does it? No. So we've got that shape, which actually means it's a 3 by. That's more helpful. 9s, anything? No. Okay, quickly. Those two rule out there, you rule out here and here. Alrighty. That looks correct. Okay, what about here? We've definitely got it in there thanks to you. You. Yes, just those two alone were enough to limit it to that. So we got that. 2. Anything more we can do with that? No. Okay. Where do we look now? Quick. What about... No, too many. Too many options. Better off with this one. One. Can't be 1, 2, 3 isn't an option in the top box. So that means we've definitely got a 3 in one of those two spots in this column. 4, mostly unrestricted. 5. Can't go in this column, in this box, which we already know, so it's definitely 5 like that. 6 is in there, 7's in there, 8's there, and 9 is unrestricted. Okay, 8 can't go in the bottom box, and that's it. That one would be nice. So we penciled 9 into that point on that column because we can just go over the whole grid and pencil 9s in. Okay, 5. Can we see anything with that? Any mistake? What about 4? Hang on. Can't be 1, can't be 2, can't be... no, could be... no, it can't be 3, could be 4, can't be 5, can't be 6, 7, can't be 8, so it's a 4-9 pair. Well, it's not a pair, sorry, it's just 4 or a 9. Oh. Now then, can't be 1, can't be 2, can't be 3, could be 4, can't be 5, can't be 6, can't be 7, can't be 8, it's a 4-9. Yep. Now that's a 4-9 pair, given which that can't be a 4. Are we all in agreement? I'm in agreement. With the only problem being... no, there's no problem. Can't be a 4. Okay, 4 and 9 like that. Meaning that's not 9. Okay, and that has to be 4. By that reasoning. Yeah, love it when my reasoning's correct. Suddenly we've got a 4 like that. Alright, alright. And they see that one and that one, so that has to be a 4. Okay, those two place a 4 here, which came out of nowhere actually. I didn't even have a pencil mark for that. And we got 4 like that, not a 2, I meant to press that button. Was that one a possibility for 2? It was. So we got 3, 8, and 9, 3, 8, 5, and 9 to place, and we can say not very much about it. Okay, we have, however, locked 9 into this point, which is, you know, there. That 2, that's definitely 2 up there. Okay. Can that be anything else? It can be heaps else, I think. 3, yeah, 3, doesn't see. So with that being 4, 9, that's the only spot for 6. That's good to know. I didn't want it that way, I wanted it that way. 6. It's in here. Okay, it's pretty much unrestricted, can't do anything more there. Okay, 4, 9, 3, 8 in that box, that's helpful. Because that means I need 1, 2, 3, 3, 5, 6, 2, 5, 6 now. How have I ruled 2 out of here? By you? Yes. You're doing them. 1, 2, 3, you don't see it enough, damn it. Okay, 5 then. 5's ruled out of there by that. Is there a way I can definitely place it into the column? I don't think so. I'm not seeing anything helpful. That 5 just gives me this irritating X-wing thing, which isn't useless, it's just not helpful. That shape does that. Doesn't repeat out this side, which is the issue. Four and 9. The 9s actually help. Punt on 9s now. Okay. Get that shape. Which means I can't put a 9 where that 4 is. It's not immensely helpful. But with 1, 3, 6, 8, 9. Okay. You could be a 1. Bugger. First one I looked at could. No, it can't be a 1 now. Good. You can't be a 1. You can't be a 1. Definitely 1 in those 2 positions. 3. Can't be a 3 there. Can't be a 3 here. Can't be a 3 here. 1 in those 2 positions. 6. Okay. Do I have enough on 8 and 9? That can't be an 8. Not anymore, anyway. That's fun. And those 2 can't be 9s because of that pair that I found. Okay. Suddenly that's only got an 8 as an option. That's good. Boy, but the gal wouldn't listen. Feet's too big. She don't want you 'cause your feet's too big. Mad at you 'cause your feet's too big. Hate you 'cause your feet's too big. Is that definite? Looks like it, yes. So it can't be there, can't be there, can't be there. That one means it's there. Answer that, kids. That has to be a 6 apparently, that has to be 9, that has to be 1, that has to be 1, that has to be 3, that has to be 4, that has to be 9, that has to be 4. 2, 4 pair. That 4 helps, doesn't it? Yes. If I am correct with that, you rule it out, you rule it out. It has to be a 4. It has to be 6, it's the only way to get it in a column. 1's. And what are we looking at? 1 and 9. So this needs to be 1, 2, there needs to be a 3 in here somewhere, and it has to go here. So definitely 6, let's see, it sees 1, it sees 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 8, and 9. So it's definitely a 6, that's 8 to 9. I shouldn't see a 9 yet. Okay. That's a 9 in there. That's interesting. What else do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 somewhere. Can't go in that column, can't go in that line. It's 5 like that. Need to get a 6 in here somehow, apparently. Got it in 2 positions. Seven's definitely one of them. It's not that one, okay. Good. Okay, yes, that's definitely a 7. That's helpful. Apparently that's definitely a 2 to finish the column. Okay, don't mind that. That's got to be 7 now, apparently. Good. So far, so good. 2. We're done with 8, so I've only just noticed. Need a 1 and a 9 in here somewhere. How do they go? Can I tell? Not yet. No, so we'll just tap 9. Okay. Don't let it die when shadows fall, when day is done through the night. We got 1, we got a 9. Need to get 6 into here somehow. Definitely haven't disambiguated that. 6. What else is missing on this row? It's missing a 2. 2. 2. Far out. 8's done. 9's not done. 9's. So that's not a 9, which means those are 9s, which I could have told just from saying that wasn't a 9, but thank you, Yumi. Not helpful, just noting it. 9 is definitely like that, and it's definitely not there. Okay. What's this need? In here, we need 2s, 3s, 5s, 6s, and 9s. 2 is ruled out of these two spots. Also ruled out of here. Okay. 3. Ruled out of there. Ruled out of here. Okay. 5. Ruled out of the cross. And that seems to be it. 6. Ruled out of the bottom row. Ruled out of the top. Okay. So it's definitely those two positions. 9. Ruled out of this column. Ruled out of that spot. Okay. That's better. Well, sort of. Clearer. 3, 9 across here. Anything fun I can do with that, like actually place a digit. Three's ruled out of there, and that's about it. That puts it in 3 position. No, it's ruled out of here as well. It's actually in this point. Which means, yes, I'm sure 1, 2, 3 looking in. Well, 4 looking in. Hang on. You're looking in. Say that I never have written of love as a writer of songs should do. They say that I never could touch the strings with a touch that is firm and true. They say I know nothing of women and men in the fields where love roses grow. I must write, they say, with a halting pen. Do you think that I do not know? First came like an English spring in the days when our hair was brown, and the hem of her skirt was a sacred thing, and her hair was an angel's crown. The shock when another man touched her arms, when the dancers sat in a row. The hope, the despair, and the false alarm. Do you think that I do not know? Bird lights of the western palm, do you remember the question put? Where you held her warm in your quivering arms, and you trembled from head to foot? 1 is in there. What are we missing? Quickly, we need a 2. How are we putting 2 in there? It has to go here. We need a 3, 4. We need a 5. 5 has to go here. We need a 6, 7, 8. We need 9. Getting there. Worried at Brighton where Gordon sleeps when I was a world away. The saddled garden its secret keeps, but nobody knows today. I'll do one more. Sod it. I was planning to play something else. I might still, but alrighty. There's a 1 in here. We got 1 looking across there. Doesn't help. We got that one doing that. Here with you, give us that. We're ruling out there, 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 there. It's not the worst thing in the world. That was you. How did I manage that? Was that you 3? Yes, good. Okay, well, that 1 gives us this. Doesn't help us, does it? It takes that 1 out. Giving us that, ruling out there. Giving us this shape. They don't help. These guys, no. Okay, 2. Quickly, quickly. Okay, that one's going across there, you're going across here, giving us that. 2 going into here, gives us 4 positions, 2 into pencil. 2. 2. Got you. You guys are looking at that, aren't you? Yes. 2. Yeah. Okay. 3. Any 3s? No. 4. Helpful. That's more helpful, having a 4 here. Those two rule out there. Not there, not there. Adam said to Eve, little girl, I wanna make you mine. Wait a minute, big boy, not so fast. Wanna think it over, wanna love that's gonna last. Eve said to Adam, catch me if you can. Been the same old story ever since the world began. Alrighty, did those two do anything special? Not really. What about these two? No. 5. Everything in this great big world, these outside diamonds. I want some diamonds and some pearls. No other is needed. Remember, had this pretty dream. Eve said to Adam, catch me if you can. Been the same old story ever since the world began. Looking like that. We ruled out that shape with these. That 5 doesn't touch it. Diddle-a-dee. We do have that though, for what it's worth. Okay, 6. That's a 6. Oh, there's only 3 left here. We'll have a look at that. 1. Need 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 3, 6. Okay, can't be a 1 here. Can't be a 6 here. Could it be a 3 anyway? Yes. Okay. Ah. That's a 1. Which means you got 1 in one of those positions. Do they do anything special? No, not really. Do they do anything special? No, not at all. Not to worry, not to worry. We'll work it out. Okay, back on 3. 3 is just unrestricted is the issue. Okay, 6 could be in here. We got 6 like that. Okay, 7. Quickly, quickly, quickly. Actually, look at this. 2, we need 3, 6, 8. Not the 9. Alright, well, we're on 7 right now. We'll come back to the 8. 7. Okay. That one rules out you, giving us that. Those 7s are fine. That one, okay. Okay, 8. Quick look at 8. That'll be an 8 there. Forcing this to be an 8. Looking across here, you're ruling out there. Any reason it couldn't be in there? No, that one would have been nice. Could have ruled out another thing. Okay. Sun is shining in the sky. There ain't a cloud in sight. It stopped raining. Everybody's in their place, and don't you know? It's a beautiful new day. Hey. 9. Okay, and let's see, what else can we do? Here today. That one, yeah. Alrighty. You, let's see, could be a 3. But, regardless, you'll see, what? 1, 2, 4 is clear. 5. Hang on. It can't be 5. Could be 6, yes? No. Can't be 7 or 8. It could be a 9. Alright, that's restricted. These 3 are pretty weak. These 2 are very weak. 1, 2, could be a 3, could be a... Why can't you be a 9, or do I just not have the info? Okay, so you could be a 9. That's a 3, 9, which means I've definitely got a 3, 9 placed there. I just don't know the order. 9 there. Okay. Doesn't help. Ability. Missed that 7. That places 7 apparently. Okay. Okay. Ooh, that's restrictive. Let's rule them out. You ruled out that and that. Seven's ruled out of there. It's ruled out of here. It's ruled out of here. Ruled out of here. I'm just looking for where it can't go right now. Can't go in them because they're in the same boxes. Right, so can't go up this column. 1, 2, 1, 2. And as a result of these 2, it will never be able to go there. So it is in fact that. Is that correct, that one? Yes. Okay. Okay, 8. Back to 8 quickly. Could go... I was about to say there, but I can't. No, Walker's Taz, good to see you, man. Thanks for the lurk. 2. What are we doing with 2? Can we do anything with 2? Is there any point doing anything with 2? Well, probably. It would help us finish the puzzle. Can't go there. Give me this block. Yeah. That 2 doesn't help at all. And I'll rule it out of there. That's how. Okay. 4, 9, 6s. Let's just look at 6s again. Maybe we can come up with something fancy schmancy. Or not. Can't go there, can't go there. Gee. Okay, 1, 2. Obviously it can't go in its own box, but I'm ignoring that bit. Oh. 6. Make sure we're on S, yes. That's ruled out. That's ruled out. Okay. These guys see that box, which you already see. So that's them ruled out. Oh, hang on. They can't be 6s, that has to be a 6. Alright, that's different. Does different mean helpful here? Doesn't look like it. No. That's ruled out there. That's ruled out there. You also rule out that one. Is there any way I can do better? These two don't help. 8 into this box. Not much use. What about 9? Any way I can restrict that any further? Any reason it couldn't go here? Not really. So, and it's 1 or a 3 in these points though. Let's have a look at 1, see if we can actually do better than that. We might be able to now. That one, really no. So what's this square then? It sees, what does it see? It sees 1, it sees 2, doesn't see 3, does see 4, does see 5, does see 6, 7, 8. Okay, so 3, 9. This one can't be 1, can't be 2, could be 3, can't be 4, could be 5, can't be 6, 7 or 8, no reason it couldn't be a 9. So that's the other thing, is I don't know where 3s and 9s are well enough right now, so we've got 3, 9, 5, 3, 9 through there. 5 is locked to 2 positions. 5 there is impossible actually, because if that's a 5, I can't put 5 in this box, is that correct? 5, that 5 means it can't go there. That 5 means it can't go there. Yes, so that 5 is impossible, which means to get 5 in this column it has to go there. That's still unrestricted technically because I don't know 3s and 9s. So 5's doing the same thing as 7, is it? 5 sees them, which means these see that. These two see that. These two see that. Is that correct? So far. Okay. 6. What do we got with 6? Oh, hang on. We've got the 3, 9 there. Can we do anything quickly with that? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Oh well, we tried. Best. 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. Ruled out of there. Oh. 6 loses them. Lost that one a while back. Not enough to go on now, is it? That one? No. 7's definitely in there. 5's definitely out here. What about the 4? Yes, it's done. 8. Any way I can restrict 8 further in here? Not yet. What about getting 2 into that box? Nope. 2 in here then is one of those 2 positions which rules it out from here. These 2 rule it out from there. Those 2 don't do anything too far away. Those 3 did nothing. That doesn't get it, does it? No. That's 3, not 2. So back to that point. Dang it. Ones. Back to ones. One. How's that looking? Just that? Yeah. Well, one's out of that point. Those 3 means out of there, but there's a 4th one there most likely. So I can't conclude that yet. That's all I've got. I think I need to take a punt on 3s. I think I need to work them out. Hang on. 3. Other options for the 3, it can't be. If that's a 9 and that's a 3, well, it has to be that way around, surely. You can't put anything else in there, I know, but I mean, 9 here. Please break something. 9 there. Actually, let's go with the 9 here, because then I can say it's 9 here apparently. How do I say that? Anyone remember? I don't remember how I got to that conclusion. It doesn't look sound. I think I've accidentally deleted numbers somewhere. That's only in there for this pair. It's 3-9 pair. But I can't conclude anything with it, which is very irksome. That's still seeing 368, yeah. Haven't fixed it. Okay, well let's look at 6s where maybe we can. Um, I'm just trying to think about this because I kind of need a solution. Five. Okay, 5. Come on. Give me a solution. Just any'll do. Seven there. Okay, can I please place a 7 somehow? Place that one, place in that, which is fine. Is it? 7 there means 7 there, 7 there, 7 there. You'd be done with 7s. 7 here, 7 here, yeah. Can't place 7 though. All we've done is rule it out from that point. 8. One there, places that one, places that one. Through. Locking one into this point. Placing this one actually. Which places that? That's an option. That one doesn't really do much, does it? This one gives you this one. Gives you that one. Gives you what? Not much. Those two have ruled that out, so one's in like that, I think. I think it has to be because of these guys. These guys. I think. Can't do question marks though. 4. 5 is more restricted. So where's 8 going in this box? Because it can't be there. So it's still unrestricted in that box. Okay, what do we need up here? We know it's a 2-8 pair here, meaning this has to be a 3-9 pair that will inevitably be... Oh, I could have just looked at that. So in theory, if I go 9, that'll be correct. No, if I go 3, that'll be correct. 9. Moron. That's the only spot for 3 in here. Can't say swear to that just yet. That 9. That 9. Okay. I was planning to play other things and I got distracted. This is what happens when you enjoy this sort of thing. Okay. It's 2 in this column. Actually, no, we'll start up here. 2 here means it's 2 in this column. 2 into there. Forcing 2 into here. Forcing 2 into here. Nah. What about 3s and 9s still? Can we do fancy stuff with them? Because I haven't looked at them yet. 3. That shape isn't helpful. In one of 3 positions. One of 3 positions. Looks like that. What's in there? Can't go there now. Put that there. Yeah. You've ruled out there. And then you won't do anything. That rules out that though. So, no it doesn't. Sorry, what? That rules out there. Got that ruled out. What else can we put in here? 3 and 9, obviously. 9 looking like that. And it can't be a 3 or a 9 there. See, it's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That has to be a 1, surely. I wasn't prepared to commit to it, but I think I have to. I'm not 100% certain on that. I need to double check it. That rules out there. That one rules out there. That one rules out them, but it leaves that option. Okay, so it could be there. That one rules out both of them. That one rules out you. So you're never a 1. I never cared much for moonlit skies. I never winked back at fireflies. But now that the stars are in your eyes, I'm beginning to see the light. I never went in for afterglow or candlelight on the mistletoe. But now when you turn the lamp down low, I'm beginning to see the light. Looks like that can still be 3 or a 9. Can we disprove that? 9 can't go up there. If there's that. That's the 4-alarm fire now. Well, that can't be a 3 then. Incorrect. That one can't be a 3 then. Because there has to be a 3 in this point. Means it also can't be a 9, but that's slightly less helpful. This means nothing more now, yes. Okay, 4. It's definitely one of those two positions because I somehow used that 4 to rule that out right. Good. Okay, doesn't help. 3, 9. Actually, because he's definitely got a 3 or a 9 in one of them. Means it's never a 9 or a 3 there. And the 9 has to be a 3 there. Or there. So there's never a 3 here. Which is good. That means it's definitely a 3 up here. So there's no 3 there, which means we can follow that around. But now that your lips are burning mine, I'm beginning to see the light. Beginning to see the light. Beginning to see the light. I'm beginning to see the light. I ruled that out with these guys again. There's 2 like that. Is there any way I can remove one? Not yet. Doesn't look like it. Cool. From the mouth. Do you take the salt from the earth? So, can we do something fun with the 9 maybe? Because that would be nice. Or the 6. 6. 6 is, again, don't look now, it ain't you for me. So it can't actually be in that shape, so it's looking like that. Rule out of there. I'll get into that. Can't be there. So it's ruled out at that point still. Those don't rule anything out though. And Got 6 in this column already. That would be, yeah, okay, that's not helpful. Not really. So how do I confirm where it will be? I don't know. 2 into this one. Actually 9 into this one. 9's in one of 3 positions here. Where else can it go in this box then? So, because 9 definitely has to be placed. Can't go there. This means it can't go there. So 1, 2 ruled out. I'm losing 9s fast. But it's kind of those options right now. I've actually got a lock to 2 positions right now. That's awkward. No way that can be accurate. Still haven't finished off a number yet. Got that column done. We need 2 and 8 in here somehow. We need 1 and 3 in there. We need 3 and 9 in here. How do I do that? Hang on, let's have a real focus on that. Definitely got 1 like that. It's something obvious that I'm missing. Super simple way of disambiguating one of these. This one sees 1, 2, 4. Doesn't see, so it doesn't see 3, doesn't see 6, does see 7 and 8, does not see 9 yet. Okay, that's alright. This one, 1, 2, 3, doesn't see 4, does see 5, doesn't see 6, does see 7, 8 and 9. So that one's definitely there, locking 4 into there, which we already knew. Got 4 in that box. Righty. Definitely a 4 like that. Most unhelpful. 4, 6, 7. Any reason that couldn't be a 6? I think there is. None, except possibly something like that. So that can't be a 6. That has to be 6 though. I think that's why it wasn't a 6, yeah. Although that should reflect over further. Okay. I need more digits in here. Definite digits though, not here digits. I want to take 2 out of one of those spots if I can. So 2 is definitely one of them. One, two, three. That's 3, 6, 9 apparently. That's 3, 5. 3 is just so unrestricted right now, except for that bit, because I ruled it out from here through magic. Apparently. 3. Force 3 into there, ruled out of there. Force 3 into here means that's not a 3. Have in fact got 3 like that, making that a 6 or a 9. Okay. 9's in 3 positions. I don't know why it's taking me so long to work this out. It's confusing me that I am taking this long. I put it down to how late it is. It is currently 8:36 and we have just gone to an ad break. That's a 6. 6. Do we get anything else? 6. Doesn't help. Just looking at the options on what happens if I make this one a 6. That'd be ruling out there, but that doesn't help us. Okay. 6 locked to that shape. Still can't get it into this box. I need that to be a 6. So if that's a 6, well, let's just make this a 6 to start off with. That becomes a 6, that becomes a 6. That becomes a 6, that becomes a 6. That becomes a 6. Okay, there's one option. That's a 6, that's much more powerful because that makes you a 6. It's one of you rather. It makes you a 6. Good. That makes you a 6. But because it's there, it has to be here. And I can't see enough from it again. Can that be anything else? Yes, it could be a heap of other things. What's the weakest looking square? It's got to be one over here somewhere. One of the outer ones, I mean. That becomes a 2. That becomes a 2. You cut out here, you cut out here and here. 2's in one of those 3 positions. And it couldn't be either of them, it would have to be here, making that a 2. That was if you were a 2, yeah. 2, 2. That one ruled out both of them, so it had to be there, had to be there. And so far it's all working. And that one makes that a 2. If we go this one a 2, that one's a 2. It's already petered out, hasn't it? We've got it in 1 and 2 positions. This one's a 2, that one's a 2. 2's any of these 3. Can't be there. No, you could still, because that one could still get it. That's not restricted enough. But what? But what? You mean you were about to say something? These 3 positions. Yeah. Can't go there. If it's here. No. Placing that one. So, you rule out there. You rule out here. You're also ruling out that. You're ruling out that. Forcing a 2 here. I need colours. Ah, no, don't do that. So, I see, right. Depress Q. Or is it R? Don't use that one. So, if this one's chosen, this one becomes it. That one is one of these two. Doesn't really help us. That one doesn't either. But what? Well, we rule out there. We rule out there. Rule out there and there. So that becomes a 2. And that works. Correct? Does seem to. Okay. If we go with this one, or rather, if we can try to get to this one. So, will that change it up? Still be you. Ruled out there and there and there. So we get one of these two positions. That, however, rules you out, so it's one of those two positions. Doesn't really help us again. Okay, that's not an option. This one. I just need to see where it's going to take me. That 2 doesn't help. I would need to start with one of these two. That one's the only one that helps. So this. I am struggling. It's not good. 8's ruled out. Oh well, 8's ruled out at the top right, moron. It's not hugely helpful, but it's better than nothing. So 8's definitely one of those two. Seven doing that. Did I use that at all? Not yet. 7. Is that one down? Oh, again, it's going to be something stupidly simple. I was ruled out by you. Why can't it be 7 in here? That 7 runs straight down. You're running straight up. You're cutting out there. 7 in 2 positions. Seven's on that. That could still be a 7. Now still coming down like that. Still going up like that. And you taking that one out. Again, I just can't rule out another spot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 is 1 or 3 again. My god. This is a 1. Placing a 1. Placing a 1. That works. 1 here. Places a 1. Places a 1. Places a 1. Is that true? That one was. That one was. Wait a second. Those two are on that. In two positions? Okay. That one places that one, places that one, places that one. 1, 1, 1. And they still don't see each other still. 2, 3. Can that be a 3? Can that actually be a 3? I don't think I've actually checked it. If that's a 3, it's fine. If that's a 3, it's fine. Only 3 there. Or there. So it's 1 to 3 positions, which just see that. Alright. These 3 were doing that square there. Okay. Those 3 were seeing you, weren't you? Yeah, so we get that shape again. Anything we can do with that? Nope. Bugger. Anyway, I can rule more 5s out. Let's see about placing a 5. So, if it's a 5, there's a 5, there's a 5, there's a 5, there's a 5. Is that correct? Yes. Okay. That's 5. Doesn't help us enough, does it? No, it does. It gives us that one. It is that one, and that one. Which would also work. So far, I've just got a deadly pattern. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, because I should be able to disambiguate it at this point, and I'm being stupid, and I'm being slow. What I'm not being is especially intuitive. Up here, what is that? Okay, it sees 1, it sees too little to be helpful. Right, this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8. So it's a 7 or a 9 only, okay? Don't know which square I'm supposed to look at, and it's irking. Irking me a lot. Look at the time. My goodness. Hmm. Okay, I'm just got to take a punt on something, I think. If we go with a 9 there. I need to find out how to restrict 9 in this box. Let's look. These 3 mean it's not there. Those 3 mean it's not there, so it's ruled out of those 2 spots. Okay, these 3 don't really help. 9, any reason it can't be in that bottom row? Don't think so. Okay, 4, 6. That's what's fucking me over right now. Can't restrict any digits enough. Or if I have restricted them, I'm too tired to actually see it. Had written him a letter which I had, for want of better knowledge, sent to where I met him, down the Lachlan years ago. He was shearing when I knew him, so I sent the letter to him, just on spec, addressed as follows: Clancy off the Overflow. Answer came directed in a writing unexpected, and I think the same was written with a thumbnail dipped in tar. Miss Shearing May too wrote it, and to my will quote it. Clancy's gone a Queensland drovin', and we don't know where he are. In my wild erratic fancy, visions come to me of Clancy, gone a drovin' down the Cooper, where the western drovers know. As the stock is slowly stringing, Clancy rides behind them singing, for the drover's life has pleasures that the townsfolk never know. And the bush has friends to meet him, and their kindly voices greet him, in the murmur of the breezes, and the river on the spar. The seas have been splendid, of the sunlit plains extended, nigh to the wondrous stories of the everlasting stars. Hang on. Alright, so can't be 1, can't be 3, can't be 4, can't be 5, can't be 7. Good. 8 means you are not 8. 9 means you are not 9. 2. Okay. This is why I wasn't pencil marking 6s, as well. I don't have a lot of information to go on. We've ruled it into there. Those two cut across the top. It's something obvious. Those two rule out there. I mean, that's not a 6. Well, that 6 means it as well. So that's a 2 or a 9. It's almost useful. How about that? 6. No. 6 here. 6 here. Well, 6 here. 6 here. 6 here. 6 here. Again, it's an almost useful thing. It's not quite there. Kiss me for forever. Forgotten, honest, all forever. Doesn't help enough. That one will place 6 here. Placing that 6, that 6, that 6, that 6. Every one of them seems to work. Nine. One of those 3 spots so far. Any reason it can't do that? Yes, it's quite free. 99999999. I think she says reveal to me my toupee, but I'm not 100% certain. I also Couldn't tell you what that means. Um, that 6 would be helpful. Because that places this one and this one, which places this one, and they place that one. That somehow doesn't place these two. But it would still be helpful. All about ruling things out right now, and I am quite stumped on the matter. 7. Let's work outwards from here. Having convinced myself that 7 is there, that would be an incredibly unhelpful one. Hang on, we've got 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, and then 7's penciled into all other positions. Good. 4. Yes. Candidate restriction, row 3 restricted to row 9, column 2. And row 9, column 4. Row 9, column 2. Row 9, column 4. Row 7, column 3. So these two both see that. Yes, I had tweaked that. It's not the most helpful hint when I've already worked that bit out, but gives me this shape, I guess. 3 there means it can't be here. Doesn't help. 3 there means it's still free in either of those. Sorry, bring that up. Row 7, column 3, which is there, doesn't help. Hidden pair, a 1-3 pair, row 7, column 2, and row 9, column 2. Okay, yes, that's what I missed. That would have helped, presumably. 1-3. That gives us 2-9 here, removes 2 from here. Right. Don't know if that can be nothing else, but it does place the 2 into those 2 spots. I forgot all about the hints. 9 can't go here now, which forces 9 to one of those 2 positions. Okay, so 3, 4 in there. What's that mean? Not much there. That's what we've got with them. 2, 9, what's that do? Moves 9 from here, forcing that to be a 6, I think. Okay, it's a knock-on effect of some sort. Place the 8. 2, 8, 9's still there. Okay, 2's back to them. Sorry, I'm just also making sure the laptop's up to date. And 2, 2, 2, 2, 8. That has changed some things though, because it gives us that 1, 3, 1's in one of them. Still don't see it, so those 3 are still options. 2, 9. Is that the only spot for a 9? Well, it can't go in the bottom row, can't go there. 2, 9 means it's not there, that lot doesn't help. There's no reason I don't think that it couldn't be them. Hang on. I feel like I'm missing something else now. I may have to just use the hint again. I'm going to. It's getting late. I need to get to bed. 4 can only go in row 3, column 7, in box 3. Row 3, column 7. Oh yes, I hadn't even noticed that. I told you I was missing something obvious. I stopped following things around. 4, 9. That's a 3. There's a 9. My god. This is what happens when you're very tired trying to play Sudoku, I guess. And that's a 7. Yes, leaving us with a 1, 3 needed to finish that off. 5, 3. Can that be a 3? No, it can't be a 5 either. That has to be the 6, which for some reason didn't work. Okay. That one has to be a 9. I'd stopped bothering to check. Don't think that has to be a 6 yet. No, I don't think so. What does it see? It sees 1, 2. Doesn't see 3. Does see 4. Doesn't see 5. Actually, it will see a 5. Can't be a 5. Doesn't see 6. Does see 7, 8. Doesn't see a 9. So that's a 6, 9 at this stage. 5. Anything on that? Not yet. It's probably something I can do with that, because that one places that, and that, which allow that. Yeah. Okay, what are we up to then? 2, 9. Need a 1 to 3, but then we need to do the same for that. If that's a 1, that's a 3. Making that a 3, that a 1. What else does it do? 1, 3, 5. That would be more helpful. If that's a 5, you end up with a 5 here, 5 here, 5 here, 5 here, and that's fine. Bog it. 2, 9, 1, 3, 5, 3, blah 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 blah. That one, it's not the strongest in the world. It sees 1, doesn't see a 2, does see a 3, does see a 4, can't be a 5 because it will see 1, can't be a 6, can be a 7, can't be an 8, can't be a 9. There's only 2, 7. Okay. Have we actually done that? Yes, because of that 7 that I forgot about. So that's a 7. And then to get 2 into here, can't be there, can't be there. So in fact what? It's one of 2 positions, which mean that that has to be a 2, or that has to be, that's not a... So that's not a 2, so that has to be... No, what am I missing? Hang on. I think that could be a 1. which will give us that 1, 3 there. But there's 9 going in there. Well, that can't be a 1, 3, so there has to be a 9 or something in there. Otherwise you end up with a deadly pattern and there's no resolving it. Okay. It'll be something I've overlooked again. If that's 1, that's 1, and that's 1, and that's 1. Okay, 3, 5, 6. That's 6 there. Oh. Ooh. That's what I was overlooking. Because those two are in the same row, so that has to be a 9. It's taking me far too long. One of those guys, and it's probably going to be there because of deadly pattern, but I need to do more than just that. I need to actually prove it. Those guys don't. Oh, they do. They lock 9 into there with the 6, okay, which I already knew, but it places this 9, placing this 5. This 5, it'll unravel itself, I should think. There. 4. Always double checking. Especially when you're very tired. That's not the right button. That's 3. Still don't have the 2, 8 just yet. That 3. That 1. That can't be a 6, apparently it's a 9, so that makes you a 2. No, that's not a 2, you moron. That makes you an 8. That makes you a 6. You a 2, you an 8. My god, I had all the steps, I was just too tired to actually see the thread. 8. That was bad. Not the worst finishing time though. Do I go for a quick redemption? It is after 9. What we'll do... I don't think I've actually started one of these. Have a look at the Queen one. I'll make a start on this. Why not? We'll try for a redemption. It's Queen restriction. Wait. Must have level. Cannot have 9 twice within a Queen's move. Right. Wrong button. Nope. Okay. So, 1. 1. 1. The time to live, now our time is done. We are victorious, we've become a slave. A land of hope and glory, just graveyards for the brave. 3. It's here. That. It's there. Okay, it's 1, 2 positions. It's not there. Okay, 4. That all we can really reasonably do. 5. We'll do that just so I can see it more clearly. Never know when you'll see something from it. Okay, 6. 7. It can't be here. 8. Cutting across that way doesn't help. No. 9. 9's got the queen restriction on it. That's probably not needed there. That 9. Is that correct? Yes. 9. You're cutting out just that one. 9. There'll be some trick I can use when I look at these things to rule out other squares, but I don't know what it is yet. Well, firstly there's that one. Forcing 9 into there. Okay, back to, let's see, 4, 9, and we want to place a 2. 2 can't go there. It's otherwise looking quite well. Okay. What else is needed in this column? 1, 2, 3 needs 4. Got 5 needs 6. Needs 7. And a 9. Is that correct? No, not in the slightest. This one can't be 7. Can't be 8. Doesn't need a 5, surely. Is it? No, it doesn't need a 5. I was only looking one way. Doesn't need an 8. So it's 4, 6, 7, and 9. It's a 4, 6 there, so it can't be a 4, 6 here. That's a 7, 9 pair. Right, okay. There's a 1 somewhere in here. That has to be 6. Okay, that's a 1. Well, what's needed in this row then? Column, sorry. 1, 2, 4, and 5. Now, you can't be 5. You can't be 2. Well, it's the 1, 4, then there can't be a 1 or a 4 in here, and we've got a 2, 5 pair. That's nice, isn't it? And this row needs something. It's got 1, it hasn't got 2, it has a 3, hasn't got 4, hasn't got 5s. Okay. Here we are. In a room full of strangers, standing in the dark, their eyes couldn't see me. Well, I had to follow you. Well, you did not want me to. I won't stop my love for you. I can't stay away. Blaming it all. Is that 1, 6, is it? Singing them swift songs. Singing them straight to the heart songs. Blaming it all. That's on Broadway. Singing them sweet sounds. To that crazy, crazy town. Okay. It's not very helpful, number 1. What's missing? What else can we do? This one's... We have got 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, and 7. Alrighty. Well, I had to follow you, though you did not want me to. I won't stop my love for you. I can't stay away. Blaming it on the nights on Broadway. Singing them love songs. And then straight to the hot zone. Blame it on the nights on Broadway. Oh yeah. Crazy time. Could be a 6 in there, which is irritating. Okay. 7. Let's have another look over you. Okay, nothing. Okay, nothing jumping out at me. 2 and 4 would be nice. 1, 6, 4, 6, and 7. You got 2, 5, 4. That 4 is fun, isn't it? It goes bang, bang, bang. Or bang. Even if it takes a lifetime, somehow I feel inside you never ever left my side. Make it like it was before. Even if it takes a lifetime, takes a lifetime. Blaming it all, blame it on the nights on Broadway. Oh yeah, blaming it all, blame it on the nights on Broadway. Yeah, that can't be a 2 on account of there being a 2 in there. Okay, okay. Okay, now then, 4's one of them. So, how can I further restrict it? Got that. The problem is it's pretty much unrestricted in that box. 5. What about 5? Can we see anything? Not really. That's the only way to get to the top, apparently, but I don't believe that because it could go anywhere in there. Which doesn't help me. What else is missing from here then? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, not 6, 7, 8, 9. So, you two can't be 3s. You can't be an 8. You two can't have 7. You can't be a 9. You can't be a 9. 7, 9, 7, 8, 3, 8. 3, 8, 9. Well, if it's a 9 there, that places this 9. Which can't be. Right, that's what I've missed. That has to be 9. Good. What's the 9 we're missing? It's in here and it has to go there, yes. Lie it out loud. Doesn't have to be a 7 yet, does it? No, not at all. That's all the 9's done. Okay, that's all the restriction out of the way. Can that be anything else? Let's see. It says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. So that has to be 7. Now that's a 7. That is a 4. That is a 6. Okay. 8, 5. No? Did I not finish pencil marking that? Okay, yeah, it can be a 2. I thought I finished pencil marking it. That 4 means that has to be a 3 to finish the column. Missing a whole bunch in there. We've got a lot of 5s pencil marked and not a lot placed. One. That's a 7 to finish the box. Seven like that. Needs to be, what are we missing? 2, 5. We've got 2, 5 and something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 and 8. Can't be a 7 in here. 2, 8, making this a 7, 5 pair. Not yet worked out, is it? My goodness, they keep holding on at the very end. Mind you, again, I am quite tired now. So what's going in this column? 1, we need 2, we need 3, 4, we need 5, 6, 8. Alright, so cannot be 2 in here, so that's a 2. Oh, we're done with 1, so I haven't done anything bad there. 4, 8 is worked out. 4. Okay. Is that the only way for 2 to get into here? It is, yes. That'll place a 4. 4, that'll place this one, which is an 8. That's 2, 5, which I still haven't worked out yet. That 8, no. That 8, no. Of course not. That needs to be a 6 and a 4. That 4 means there's a 4 in here. Okay. In fact, is there anything I can do with that? No, actually there isn't. I was about to say something that was completely incorrect. Okay, this one here needs a 2, 5. This one needs a 2, 5. This one needs 2, 5, 4, 6, and 7. 2, 5, 4, 6, 7. And you see 2, 5, and 7, leaving me 4, 6, which is obvious from that. Dear me. What's this one? Needs 2, 4, 6, and 5. And with that, can't be a 5 here, could be a 5 there. Can 5 go here? Bucket, it can. Again, I still haven't worked out 5 in this one. Okay. What am I missing? There's 8 that I need to place in this box, is it? Yes, it has to be one of these two. It has to be this one. There it is. So that's 2. That's an 8. I assume there'll be some sort of flow-on effect from that. Like one of these cells can only be one option lag on. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a 5. That might be a 3. Yes, this one. To finish it off, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a 6. That is a 7, 7. Still not quite there, hang on. Put in some more answers. 5. Well, that has to be a 5. That has to be a 2. That has to be a 2. That has to be a 5. That has to be a 2. 5 in this box is here. That's a 4. That's a 6. That's a 6. That's a 4. Okay. That's where I'm going to have to call it tonight. I was planning to play something else, but I got distracted doing Sudoku. Can't blame me, I quite enjoy it. Maybe you can't blame me, I don't know. Alright, hey. Let's look at who we can like, but in the meantime, I would like to say thank you for joining. Let's start typing raid. If this is Fair King, when was that? It was yesterday, wasn't it? Doodle-dee. Doodle-dee. Let's drop in on him. Alright, I'm gonna raid out. We'll go. We're gonna raid. We're gonna raid Tasmax. Tasmax TV, isn't it? Yes. I do like his content. He's currently playing Escape from Tarkov, so that's where we're gonna go. Stick around if you can. I apologise if you found that a little dull. I enjoy the game, so that's why I went with it. Not sure about tomorrow. I'm going to see if my brother's up for some Baldur's Gate 3. If not, might be able to do some PUBG. Other options: Valheim, Mountain Blade, Factorio, Minecraft. But yes, we'll see what happens. Again, thank you for joining. Have a good night, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.